Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday morning meditation service. My name is Linda. I'm one of the practitioners here at Centers for Spiritual Living. And I welcome you to settle in. Make sure you have everything off of your laps, except for maybe your hands. And allow yourself to settle in, becoming aware of the seat beneath you, supporting you, your contact points with a chair, and your feet on the floor. Noticing how the floor too is supporting you. So we take a couple of deep breaths together. Breathing in, love, and breathing out anything not in alignment with that. Breathing out all the hustle and bustle of the morning and getting here. And just allowing yourself with every breath to become fully present. Present to being in this sanctuary of love. Surrounded by your loving neighbors. And just taking a moment to feel the 50 years of love that have been poured into this room. And as I sound this crystal bowl, just allow that sound to take you deep within, setting the intention to leave the intellect for these next few moments and journey down into the heart. Down into the solar plexus, maybe even. Taking a deep dive into your inward space. And as we journey down into our hearts, just allowing the heart to fully open, as if we have shutters on our hearts, and just flinging them open to the Sunday morning sunshine, and just letting in all that golden light. As you release the golden light within you, outwardly. Recognizing the reciprocal nature of being. That we breathe in and we breathe out. We send love. We receive love. So taking a moment to move our attention down to our feet, to our toes, as we follow the energy up our body, giving our body a scan, following the energy up our legs, to our knees, to our thighs, to our hips, to our belly and up our chest, all the way up to the top of our heads. As we just notice all the sensations going on inside our body. This amazing vehicle where our consciousness resides. Just noticing all the activity of our cells. And if you notice any tension, simply breathing into it, sending it love, letting it release. Just allowing that energy flow back and forth to be a part of your awareness. Noticing this inner landscape, for we truly are a universe, a microcosm of the macrocosm of the universe in which we live. And just noticing that intelligence that is operating, ever present. Noticing right here, right now, that it is beating your heart. It is breathing our lungs. It is circulating nutrients and oxygen throughout the body to all the cells. It's digesting our breakfast if we ate this morning. Assimilating the coffee or the tea or the water that we drank. And all of this without any effort on our parts. This intelligence, this awesome intelligence that governs the cosmos, that governs our bodies. And just taking a moment to connect with that intelligence. And just recognizing that we are part of that intelligence, that we are not separate from it. And in that recognition, recognizing our connectivity to the all in all, that unlimited, limitless source. noticing that we too are unlimited. Nothing lacking, nothing missing. Never has and never will. For we too are that awesomeness. With limitless capabilities, possibilities, potentialities. Each one of us. The DNA of spirit personified in a unique and amazing way. So just remembering today the truth about ourselves, our true nature, this limitless, abounding intelligence and energy. We are that. The activity of stardust. The activity of greatness, of abundance, of love, of peace and joy and harmony. And just allowing ourselves to be steeped in this divine remembrance. Just taking all that in. Just allowing yourself to be totally immersed in your divine greatness. Ever so slowly and gently, Allow a smile to come across your face as you allow gratitude to well up. Grateful for this time together in the stillness. Grateful for this remembrance, this revelation of our greatness and amazing nature. And just setting the intention to carry this with us throughout this day. And even the rest of our lives, for we truly are capable of so much. And just knowing that we are the answer to the world's prayer, as the peace that we are ripples out across the world today. So for this and so much more, we do give thanks. Never so slowly and gently, bring your awareness back to your seats you're sitting in. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, allowing the body to come back online. And as you slowly open your eyes, turn and smile and send them love to one of your neighbors. Just notice all the beauty and love in this room. And service will begin at 10:30. And I invite you to keep this reverential tone and smile for those that will be joining us. And see you back here at 10:30. Namaste.
Testing, 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 testing. Awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Another Sunday morning with your bright smiles.
Well, we are the Big Love Band, so feel free to stand with us as we get your blood flowing this morning. There is no holding back the power in this room right now, rising up as a force of love so high it can't come down. Every soul is a soul on fire, burning bright with the light of life. Here we are, open wide, there's no place we can hide. We sing out, we sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move. Like a river deep and wide, rolling out like a mighty flood. Love spilling every heart and pouring out of us. River breaking down the walls, filling everybody up. It's taking over now, there's no way it can stop. So we sing out, we sing out, we sing. Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move, Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move, Spirit
Oh, thank you, Big Love Band. You can be seated for just a minute. Good morning. Good morning, everyone at home. If you're tuning in to us, we are so glad you're with us. Good morning to everybody here in the sanctuary on this beautiful day that the Lord hath made. So we have a few first-time visitors in the house, which is really lovely. Where are you? Let us say hello. Please don't be shy. I'm not going to make you do anything weird. Welcome. We're always glad to have you join us and hope you find something of value here on your spiritual journey. So thank you again for coming. So this is our community purpose and mission statement. We read it together simply to provide a higher why context for our coming together, since we are a New Thought community. What we know is that God is where you are all of the time, so you don't need to be here in order to get God. So we come together really for a higher purpose, and this is it. So please read it with me. As unique and individualized expressions of God, we are here to inspire, educate, and empower each other to practice kindness, compassion, and forgiveness daily, study the science of mind and spirit, and embody unconditional love. purpose is to be a beneficial presence on the planet. We are. Simply, we are here for God. Thank you. Yes, and so it is. So if you have young people in the room, you are free to go to your program this morning with your teacher. And if there aren't, then your teacher gets to stay here. Yeah. Where are the children? Let's call them in. Children, we want you. Say it. Children, we want you. All right. Let's create a little bit of community. So you don't have to hug unless you want to. You don't have to, do anything unless you want to. But greet the neighbors around you to create a little community in the room. Now.
Okay. All right, y'all ready for some more music? Here we go. There's a burning feeling in the bottom of your soul, only your heart understands. Everybody's got a little love and love to give away. All we really need is a chance. Time is wasting. You don't have to wait another minute to let your dreams take you to the limit. Shine on. Shine on, open up and let your light shine on. Oh, shine on, shine on, open up and let your light shine on. Even if you never had a moment in your life when you were free enough to let yourself go, it's okay to take a little leap of faith sometime. How will you ever know? The world is waiting for you to share the gifts that you've been given. It's never too late for a new beginning. Shine on, shine on, open up and let your light shine on. Oh, shine on, shine on, open up and let your light shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Break out, break through. Break out, break through. Ooh. Break out, break through. Ooh. Ooh.
your light shine on.
Open up now
Open up
and let
your light shine on.
shine, yeah.
Open up and let
The light,
shine
take it
on.
on. Open up and let your light shine on.
That's right. Give it up one more time. Big Love Band. Woo! Getting us all in the dancing spirit this morning. I see Pevelina and Melissa over there jamming. You can't help it. Happy Sunday, CSL. The sun is shining. We got smiles on our face. We're already moving and grooving. It's going to be a great service today. So I got some fabulous announcements for our community today. But first, I want to take a moment and say thank you to Linda Lloyd for that beautiful meditation this morning and for also holding High Watch for us. So for our newcomers, High Watch means that she is maintaining her spiritual awareness and affirming the highest good for both our center and our service today. So thank you, Linda Lloyd. So first up for our announcements, ladies, listen up. We've got our monthly Wise Women's Tea happening today after service. If you haven't come to one of these, it's a beautiful time to connect with the amazing women in this community, heartfelt conversation and connection. And today's topic is aging with elegance. So join Rev D and the women of this community. It's $10 love offering, but nobody has ever turned away. So come check us out. Also, we've got some fun and games headed up your way. Mark your calendars. A game night coming up this Friday, March 20th from 6 to 8 p.m., hosted by Donna and Kevin. Where are you guys sitting? There we are. We got some fun. Come play some games, have some snacks, meet some new friends, and join in your community. Next, we have a wonderful exploration coming up, and I'd like to invite Doreen to tell us a little bit more about your soul's journey through time.
Thank you. So if you have ever experienced deja vu or an unexpected connection to a person or a place, chances are you've experienced it before in a previous life. So I invite you to join me Friday, March 27th from 7 to 9 p.m. for your soul's journey through time, where we will explore both a past and a future lifetime. You will connect with your spirit guide, who will give you a gift and a personalized message. I was asked earlier this morning, can I attend? I've attended already. And of course, my response is absolutely. You have a plethora of lifetimes, and you're in a different timeline when you attend this time. Who knows what source will show you this time? Plus, a new gift and a new message from your spirit guide. And I'm so happy and thankful for this spiritual community that I am offering this workshop at a discounted price of only $30, which is a third off, as my gift to the community. So I look forward to seeing you there. I encourage you to bring an open mind, a journal. If you don't have one, that's okay. I'll have pen and paper. A question rather, for your higher self, and a yoga mat. So thank you so much for your time and attention this morning, and I wish you a beautiful day.
Thank you, Doreen. Definitely come check that out. I've been so fortunate to be able to attend one of your workshops before, and it was so insightful and really allowed me to connect with my higher self. So thank you. All right, next, looking ahead, we have a really special celebration coming up for Easter Sunday. So for this one, our amazing Rev D is going to be giving her annual talk, a metaphysical exploration of Easter's meaning. This is also going to be a Bring a Friend Day, so invite a neighbor, a friend, a family member, and invite them to experience our amazing community that we have here. We're also going to be sharing a community Easter lunch afterwards, where CSL is going to provide the ham, but of course we encourage you to share a side dish, and also you can't have Easter without an Easter egg hunt and festivity. So we're going to be doing that for the kids, so it's fun for the whole family. And of course, as always, there's many opportunities throughout the week to deepen your spiritual practice and continue your connection with this community. A few of them we have is A Course in Miracles, that's 10 a.m. in person, 7:15 p.m. on Zoom on Mondays. Tuesday, we have our Ink and Insights. That's a book study, 10 a.m. in person, also on Zoom, hosted by our beautiful Rev Shell. And we have Science of Mind Study Group. Again, that's changed from Wednesdays. It's now Thursday. I'm sorry. Yes, Science of Mind Study Group used to be Wednesdays. It's now Thursdays at noon with Rev D. And Wednesday night service. If you guys have not checked this out yet, I highly encourage. I was here this last week, and it was a beautiful hour of meditation and insight. They have the room set up with candles. It's really, really nice. So no coffee, no music, but you're going to get a lot out of this. So 6 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. And last but not least, we have our beautification and gardening team. So if you like the outdoors and you like beautifying our spiritual home, come get your hands in the dirt, get some grounding, have a little fun. I promise you it's going to be fun for the soul. So this is going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. Come check us out. 8 a.m., yeah, p.m. We don't want to dig in the dirt at night. Wear your headlamps. 8 a.m. on Sunday. All right, and I would like to invite one of our licensed practitioners up next, the beautiful Melissa Arterberry, for our reading and to anchor us in a moment of prayer. Thank you.
Good morning, beloveds. For those of you that are new, and just as a gentle reminder for the rest of us, our theme for this year is Sowing Seeds of Greatness. Our March theme this month is Sowing Seeds of Creativity, and our book for the month is The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And Reverend Dee's talk today is exploring our upper limits. She has chosen 2 readings for today, and I would like to begin with Gay Hendricks. Understanding why we've limited ourselves liberates a new energy in us, which we can draw on to propel us to new heights of abundance, love, and creativity as we spiral upward in our quest to express our unique genius. It is best to think of our quest as a continuing journey of transcending upper limits. The payoff for the work is the gift of enduring value. We get to live in the full rainbow of our potential, in our zone of genius. In that exalted space, we enjoy the love, abundance, and success we create, and our very presence inspires people wherever we go in the world. The next reading is offered by Abraham Hicks. Feeling good is your natural state of being. When you deliberately reach for thoughts that bring relief, appreciation, or hope, you come into alignment with the greater part of who you are. Life becomes easier when you care about how you feel and choose thoughts that uplift you. Feeling good is not selfish. It is the key to clarity, creativity, and joyful living. And so now I would like to just offer a gentle reminder as we move into our prayer space. If you have something on your heart, if you're experiencing something individually or someone is close to you, that we can receive prayer through email here at our center. You can see one of us as a practitioner. We have a prayer box outside in the lobby. So there's many ways that you can reach out to receive prayer from us. And so just wanting to give that gentle reminder that we're here for you, to be in prayer with you, and to know that the highest and best is unfolding, not only for you, but for those beloveds that are near and dear to you as well. So I would invite you now, as we enter into the light, to bring a beloved or a situation or circumstance that is pulling on your heartstrings, wanting attention, and perhaps that's even yourself. So just bringing that into the light, immersing it, whatever it may be, and we'll hold it there for all of us in this space of love and light. So already knowing that whatever has been brought has been surrendered from a place of love. And so I enter into this prayer affirming what I know to be true, which is there is only love. There is only the oneness, the one presence. Whatever each of us may call it with a capital I, it is that one unlimited power, that one infinite intelligence that is flowing in, through, and out as all creation. That creative genius back of everything seen and unseen. So knowing that there is not a spot where God is not. I know that this life-giving energy is right here, right now, flowing in each and every beloved. For all of us present, for those watching online, for each and every beloved outside of this holy, sacred sanctuary. And so I bless each and every beloved. I bless each and every beloved that has had a heart or a hand in the creation of this service today, knowing that it is beautiful because of each unique contribution. Allowing ourselves to be filled with appreciation for this service as it is intended to include all. And so knowing that Reverend Dee is a blessing to us as she gives this message today, that she is a clear conduit for Spirit to flow through her with an ease and a grace and an elegance that is perfect as we open ourselves to be in that receptive mode to receive and take away what will inspire us to live in that creative genius zone, as the world is calling each and every one of us to live and be, to experience and share our highest self. And so I am grateful to offer this prayer, grateful to be part of this community. And from this place of appreciation, I now release this prayer. I let it go. And please join me in the knowing that it is already done by saying, and so it is. So please welcome. Do we have another song? Yes, the Big Love Band. So take it away.
Inspiration, loud and clear and strong, give me the motivation. Now there's some changes going on, gonna start a little fire, lift my dream a little bit higher, 'cause that feeling in your gut ain't never wrong. We all have something that we're passionate about, giving that one thing to the world once we figure it out. But you gotta put in sweat to get what you wanna get, and turn that whisper into a shout. We're gonna celebrate all the good things in my life. Come step away from whatever doesn't quite feel right. Ain't gonna wait my whole life long. I'm moving up and moving on. I am grateful for all Gonna celebrate all the good things in my life. Gonna step away from whatever doesn't quite feel right. Ain't gonna wait my whole life long. I'm moving up and moving on. There really ain't no excuse. I got to drive, I got to choose. I know everybody's on my side. Oh, but how can I pass it on if my game ain't coming up strong? I'm ready now, get my stride. I'm gonna celebrate all the good things in my life. Gonna step away from whatever doesn't quite feel right. Ain't gonna wait my whole life long. I'm moving up, hey, I'm moving up, oh, I'm moving up and moving on. I'm moving up and moving on, hey.
Thank you, Big Love Band. Thank you, Linda, Aubrey, and Melissa, for an impeccable beginning to our service. It's beautiful. So welcome again. It is so great to be here with you as we continue to explore Gay Hendricks' book, The Big Leap. You know, it's such a radical idea that we teach here. And the radical idea is that you can be happy. The radical idea is, excuse me, the radical idea is that it's okay to feel good and to not, you know, what Gay's calling upper limit problems is really what happens when we are not living from our spiritual self. When we are living only from our past, only from our ego, only from the things we tell ourselves or have been told over the decades of our living by parents or teachers or preachers, when we are only doing that, we spend a lot of time doing what Gay Hendricks calls upper limiting. So when we have these conversations, it's, you know, it has a little bit of a self-help feel. But the truth is, the teacher, whether it's Abraham Hicks, whether it's Gay Hendricks, whether it's Michael Beckwith, whether it's Wayne Dyer, whether it's Louise Hay, the message is the same. Some of you know that, right? You've been studying these ideas for decades, and we keep finding, you know, we have 12 books this month, so we're on Sowing Seeds of Greatness. 12 books, 12 topics, 12 different areas to shine the light of our consciousness on, to see if we can catch in consciousness these ideas so that we relinquish what Gay Hendricks calls our upper limit problems and really step into identifying with that which within us, which is whole and perfect and complete. And what he calls our genius is nothing more than our God self. It's the self that is independent of the conditions of this world. And it is possible to live from that place, to work from that place, to raise your children from that place, to take care of your bodies from that place. So that's what we're going for. Yes? That's definitely what I'm going for. So it points to the higher why. Like, why find our zone of genius? Why look at upper limit problems? Well, is so that we can expand our capacity for abundance, love, and success. Now, wholeness simply means that nothing's broken, absent, or missing from you. It means that you are perfect. By the way, we also have an aversion to that. How many people had a mother say, don't think you're not perfect. But when people say you're not perfect, they're talking from an ego perspective or from a human perspective. Because in our humanity, it's probably true that we're not perfect. Certainly not in the eyes of everyone. In fact, we had this wonderful talk last week at the Science Mind Study Group about perception and about how when you dig down, there is no reality separate and apart from your reality. There is, but we can't really get to it because what the world is however you perceive it to be. And there are no two people who look at a situation or a thing and perceive it the same way. So it's got nothing to do with the thing that's being perceived. Now it sounds a little complicated, but it's not really. I mean, really, if I put an elephant in this room and blindfolded 5 of you and put one of you at the nose and another one of you at the tail and 2 more around the sides, and then I had you explore the elephant with your smells and your touch, and then I took the blindfolds off and put the elephant out of the room, and asked you what an elephant was, each of you would have a different take. You would say, no, the elephant's this, and the ones that the tail would say, no, the elephant's not that, the elephant is this. And we would argue with each other and maybe have family feuds and never speak again for 12 years. Because you were right and they were wrong, and you were right because you experienced it. So we have a little bit of a flaw in that we think our 5 senses tell us something about reality, and they tell you nothing. They just tell you what they tell you. Now, this is not a bad thing. It just is worthy of note so that you're not walking around thinking you know what reality is. Because you don't, and I don't. It's all interpretation. So when we move into, in a moment, we're going to move into looking at what Gay Hendricks calls our upper limit problems. And we all have at least one of them. You might have all 7. But that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. And don't stress out. So he says, we could have fun doing this. We can have fun looking. I mean, it'd be great, isn't it, to think that we could have a good time figuring out why we do what we do that makes us so unhappy, or puts us in so many hours of worry and doubt and fear and dread. Am I missing any big words? Come on, there must be one word I'm missing. Anxiety. That's a good one. Yes, and anxiety. Anxiety. So he says we can commit to discover, we can say this affirmation to help us. So let's do this affirmation together. I commit to discovering my upper limit behaviors and to have a good time while I'm learning about them. All right, so are you ready to have a good time worrying about your upper limit behaviors? It's like, why the heck not, right? Why? Listen, everywhere else in the world, we put on what we think is our perfect face. Everywhere else in the world, we pretend. We do. We have masks. We pretend to be happier than we are, or we pretend to be sadder than we are. We kind of gauge where our family members are, and we may not say what we really feel. We may not be authentic. We don't want to do that here. Because the truth is that every single human being is invited into an exploration of their essential self. And these rooms are very nice because we're all of an age where those questions become prevalent. where we really begin to ask, is this all there is? Who sang that? Peggy Lee. Thank you, sir. Yes, Peggy Lee's song, Is This All There Is? All this striving and accumulating and hoarding and anxiety and trying to please people and trying to lose those 10 pounds and trying to save up for my retirement. Doesn't it just feel like a total waste of time? Then you're on your deathbed, and where was the love? Where was the joy? Where was the creativity? Where was the unbounded joy that Abraham Hicks talks about? That our birthright is joy. Our birthright is peace. So let's look at these upper limit problems. According to Gay Hendricks, he calls them upper limit indicators. Now, by the way, I'm not quite sure what Rev Shell covered last week, but one of the things he talks about is our inner thermostat, that we each of us, depending on our upbringing, depending on our philosophies, depending on lots of indicators, we have a thermostat within us that dictates how happy we'll allow ourselves to be. And for some that's very high, for some that's very low. Some of us also have a thermostat on how much suffering we'll allow ourselves to feel. Some of us can tolerate an amazing amount of suffering, and some of us can only tolerate 2 minutes. I'm a 2-minute girl. Do I have a 2-hour girl out there, or 3 days? But think about it. I know it sounds silly, but think about it. How long are you willing to suffer before you take action or before you think a new thought? Because Eckhart Tolle said, your emotions are right where the body and the mind meet. So what's causing the anxiety, what causes the low-level suffering, what causes the fear is your thoughts, not anything out there. So meaning lives in you, perception lives in you, not in the thing itself, not in what's out there. So we can always, in here, be honest about our, what he's calling upper limit problems, because we're all on the same page about wanting to release it. Not only for ourselves, but for the world we live in. We must release these limitations because they lead to a world that does not work for anyone. And we are all about building a world that works for everyone. But if it can't work for you, why would we think it could work for anyone? So we're here to make the world work for you. So obviously, can you see yourself in any of these just by looking? So worry, worry is obvious. Worry is an obvious one. We all worry. I myself worry. I'm very, very quick at identifying it, though, and stopping it. Stop it. By the way, how many of you have seen Bob Newhart's YouTube called Stop It? Oh, you must put this on your to-do list. Just YouTube Bob Newhart Stop It. It is the most hysterical, brilliant clip of video that you, promise me you will. Yes, and it could be the very thing that you release every upper limit problem. That's it, that one little video. So Gay says, if you're in your car, you just left your house, and you think you left your coffee pot turned on, and you find yourself worrying about it on the way to work, that would fall under something you can do something about. So how you handle the kind of worry that you can do something about is you turn your car around and go check the coffee pot, right? And assure yourself that your house isn't going to burn down, and then you go to work. However, he said that's not what most of us worry about. Most of us worry about things that we have zero control over. And we make up stories in our head about outcome, mostly negative. So, but that's okay, because we're not geared towards happiness. Nobody told us from the moment we appeared, nobody said, be happy. Nobody said, your happiness is the most important thing, Denise. So do what feels good, right? Make wise choices. Make yourself happy. That's not the culture we live in. Now, some cultures around the world have higher happiness training than we do, but we mostly, I mean, tell me, come on, how many of you had parents who worried? A lot. Right? How many of you had parents who were not happy? Often. Everything you know, almost everything you know before you know something new by thinking a new thought. Ernest Holmes said, change your thinking, change your life. But until you change your thinking and change your life, everything you know, you were taught. Either by somebody said, what are you so happy about? Haven't you read the newspaper? Or somebody said, how can you be so happy your grandmother died 27 years ago? Right? They never said, you know, I know it's really tough right now, but let's see if we can get back to a good place. So we're trained. We're kind of trained to worry. We're trained to be afraid. We're trained to be unhappy. So worry, just stop it. Just notice. So what your control here is to notice when you're upper limiting. I'll stay with gay here. When you're upper limiting, to notice that you're doing that. Just to notice you're afraid, to notice you're worried, to notice you're worrying about money, or to notice you're worried about the meeting later today. And just say to yourself, Denise, this is ridiculous. What's the truth? You know, the truth is, right where you are right now, all is well. That is the truth. You're here with friends. You're here with your spiritual family. I can see you're all well fed. You all have clothes on. Praise God for that. You're all the girls anyway, are gonna come learn how to age with elegance after service. Everything's fine, really. 99% of the time, everything is fine. So just monitor yourself and find a mantra for you that works. I'm not worried, I am fine. Doesn't have to be big or deeply spiritual. So obviously we don't have time to break all of these down because they give me exactly 21 minutes to entertain you. So criticism and blame, you can just look and see, do you spend a lot of time criticizing people or blaming external circumstances? One of the key tenets of the science of mind, philosophy, faith, and way of life is that we relinquish being a victim. So when you are criticizing and blaming, you are demonstrating really what victims do. Because if you were successful, happy, joyful, loving, and living your best life, you would not spend so much time worrying about what other people were or were not doing. You would not be criticizing and judging them. It's not possible to annihilate people in your thoughts without it coming back and harming you. It's not possible. Now, this isn't easy because we want to do blame often, if not to ourselves, but to others. You know, if we get rid of that person, or this one falls off the earth, or this one changes their ways, then I will be happy and joyful. You're going to wait your whole life for that to happen. So just notice if criticism and blame is a go-to for you. Deflecting, I'm a good deflector. Actually, somebody says to you, Denise, you look so nice today. Oh, it's nothing. You know, I got a good night's sleep. Or you did a really great job, and it's like, well, thank you, but. So we deny our goodness or our talent or our genius by deflecting it. Just notice if you do that, and then stop it. Like, I don't know how to stop it. Yes, you do. Just stop it. Squabbling, I actually think Reverend Shell talked about squabbling, like picking stupid arguments with people you love over nothing, spending half an hour going, and then feeling miserable for another hour, maybe sleeping on the couch over nothing. I love this next one, getting sick or getting hurt. By the way, do you know some very famous upper limiting problems? I'm going to tell you two of them. There are more, of course, but famous people, if you watch the news, you will see famous people hitting their upper limit, that thermostat of feeling good, and destroying their careers. Or maybe not destroying their careers, but Bill Clinton was one, right? Everything's going great, successful, everyone loves him, and he does this behavior which derails him. Tiger Woods was another one. Top of his career, enters into behaviors which harm his career. These are called what Gay would call upper limit problems, where we can only experience so much success or joy, and then we sabotage ourselves. You and I probably don't do it to that degree, but this getting sick or getting hurt is often something that we do unconsciously when we don't want to do something, or when we're doing something we don't enjoy, or when we're doing something for other people and not for ourselves. This is a true story. I lived in Nairobi, Kenya, with a woman who went over to start a Science and Mind Center, and she was a difficult person for me, but she was so committed and brilliant. And she was there, I think she was there for 3 years or 4 years. And she developed stomach cancer. And so she had to come, she was from Canada, so she went back to Canada, and she did die, but she was filming to the entire world, her world, because she had people all over Africa and all over Canada and all over the United States who really loved her. So she, from her hospital bed, she's every week coming in and talking to us. I called it conscious dying. It was beautiful. I just loved what she did. But she shared one time that she was meeting with her spiritual advisor, and what was revealed, this was a while before she actually died, but what was revealed to her in her conversation with her spiritual counselor is that she wanted to leave Africa. She no longer wanted to stay in Kenya, but had no idea how to extricate herself, because she was responsible for building that center. So rather than just say, being here is no longer bringing me joy or happiness, let's see what we can do to get you supported, she got cancer. Now, is that how it happened? I don't know, but it's what she said, right? And that she realized, she goes, well, I just realized I don't have to get sick to leave. I can just leave. I think by then it was a little too late and the body had taken its course. You and I don't do that in such big ways, but what about migraines? Or what about stomach aches? It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to do a little experiment to see what's going on in your life when you don't feel good, if there's something you don't want to do or want to do. Hiding significant feelings. It's kind of normal for a human being because we want to be liked and appreciated, and we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to take risks. So we hide what we really feel from the people we really love, which is an upper limit problem. It will affect your joy. And obviously not keeping agreements. Broken agreements do damage to your reputation and to your integrity. And integrity is a very interesting thing. So think of I wish I had a visual for you. Think of a can of white paint, pure white paint, beautiful snow white paint. That's kind of you, right? Pure, untainted. if you put an eye drop of red paint into that white paint and stir it up, will you notice that it's there? Maybe not the first drop, because it's a lot of white paint and only one eye drop of red paint. But for every out of integrity thing you do, and by that I don't mean bad things, I just mean not you things. Because integrity actually means wholeness. It's not a value or judgment on right and wrong. It's wholeness. So every time you're not you, in big or small ways, it's like putting another drop of red paint into the wholeness and the perfection and pureness of you. And if you do that enough, you will find your life upper limited. You will find yourself without as much energy, your connection to your higher self will be blocked, you won't get the messages you need. So just notice this thing about keeping agreements, speaking your truth. All of those things will lead you to the life you're supposed to lead, which is a life of spirit. You are a birthless, deathless being who came to earth on purpose to do or be and give some gift, talent, meaning to this world. That's your job. That's God's job description for you. And I know you're a trained dentist. Who cares? You're really a miracle worker for God. So we want to keep this vessel clean and clear of the dirt and grit of our human journey, which I would call the upper limit problem. So a little segue away from Gay Hendricks. Dr. Michael Beckwith, runs the Agape Spiritual Center in Los Angeles, a premier spiritual teacher of our time, and he wrote a beautiful book which we'll study sometime this year called Spiritual Liberation. And he talked about, are you a thermostat or are you a thermometer? Are you a thermometer or are you a thermostat? So think about it. So what does a thermometer do? It takes the temperature, right? So are you a person who takes the temperature of what's going on in the world, what's happening in the news, and then does something with that, reports back or gets mad or starts judging and criticizing? Or are you a thermostat? Are you a being who sets the tone for the world you live in? So you're actually going to move it from unhappy to happy. You're going to set your inner thermostat. So rather than take the temperature and respond accordingly, you're going to set the temperature everywhere you go. So wouldn't it be great to live your life as a model of what it looks like to transcend suffering, normal human suffering? Nobody would say it's not normal, but to transcend it so that is not what you do, that you actually end suffering for yourself and live a happy, creative, and meaningful life. Yes? Yes. I mean, why not? Why not? So, been there. So, this is our goal. Our goal really is a life. I don't know that there are ever no limits, because I'm not sure any of us will fly. I'm not sure how many of us can be president of the United States, even if we all could do it. I mean, some of us will be dead by then, right? Because you can only have one at a time. Thank you. But the limits, these upper limit problems that are human, that are ego-based or are dirt and grit of the journey-based, we can do something about those, and we can do something about them because we have the capacity to change our thinking. Because remember, there's nothing happening out there that isn't happening by means of your interpretation. So you get to change the interpretation, you get to change what you say to yourself, and when you do that, everything within you can change. All right. So we have 2 more weeks. We have 2 more weeks of the upper limit. How many of you were at Shell's workshop yesterday? Was it awesome? Interesting, yeah. His work is very good. It's actually just very easy to understand. He speaks in English, you know what I mean? There's nothing too complicated about his teaching. He's very good. So I'm glad we're doing him this month. And the end result of it is you're working and living from your zone of genius and your creativity. So let us do our affirmation together. Actually, we can do it because you've done it now. This will be your 3rd time. So I won't say it, just you say it, and I'm going to absorb it. Go.
I say yes to feeling good. I say yes to my whole life going well. I am willing, ready, and committed to getting out of my own way and living my life in my zone of genius. I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Did you feel it? All right, let us pray about this. So when we pray about something, we are simply aligning through our prayer, our entire self with spirit, with our zone of genius. We're stepping where it's our way of talking to ourselves at a subconscious, unconscious level. So all of those self-limiting behaviors, things we do, things we say, can be recalibrated to a higher vibration. And so we start simply by leaning into our awareness of and our acceptance of a power greater than we are. Some infinite intelligence, some eternal wisdom, some genius creativity that has out of itself created the most ingenious things. Elephants, sunrises, flowers, babies, amazing things that we did not and could not do. There is a power in this universe that we can use for good that is good. And because, as Melissa said, there is no spot where God is not, this intelligence, wisdom must be right where we are. It cannot be outside of us. It cannot be in some other country. It cannot be only in some and not in all. It is right where you are. You are already whole, perfect, and complete. You are already a bucket of white paint. There's nothing you need to do to get that way. And so what I know for each and every one of us is that we become clearer today about what we've acquired on our human journey, what I call the dirt and grit of this journey, that we are not here to get anything. We are here to allow all of that to be released from us, to be washed off of us like a cosmic shower. We cleanse our soul, we cleanse our beingness so that we can be who we really are, which is magnificent and creative and loving and generous and kind and compassionate and forgiving. And there is nothing stopping us. There is no circumstance that could stop us from being those things because they're already here. So you get rid of what you don't want, and what's left is a bucket of white paint. And so I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to do this talk this morning. I'm grateful to be in this spiritual community, to actually speak affirmative, positive words of becoming. Because I know that as we do that, we do create a world that works for everyone in small and big ways. And so this word is released into this law of mind, this great principle that clothes my words with flesh, and we can go about our business today awake, aware, expecting and accepting miracles in our lives. And so we do this together, we anchor this together, we accept it together by saying, and so it is, amen. Thank you, community. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So now is a time for our community offering. This community exists because of your time, your talent, and your money. It is yours and mine. People at home, this does not exclude you. There is a text-to-give option for you, which is very, very easy. You just need to exercise your ability to pick up that phone and do it. So ushers make their way forward. Take a moment and bless your gift. Infuse it with joy and generosity. And let us do our offering affirmation together. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously, and I live in the flow of bountiful good. And so it is. Thank you, ushers. And so we just take a final moment to bless all the gifts given today, knowing that as we move powerfully into 2026 with our vision of youth and expansion, of sanctuary, that these dollars, this energy given with joy and generosity simply raise and praise our community in so many wonderful ways. And so it is. All right, so final thoughts. Join me after service, all the women in the room, join me after service for our Wise Women's Tea, and we're going to talk about aging with elegance. It's a very good topic. I'm sure the men want to come, but... Also, just a heads up, I kind of hesitated to do this, but it really is happening. We have decided, starting April, to cancel Wednesday nights. Now, why is because nobody's coming. So I'm not quite sure, well, not nobody. We have a few people who do come, but it's a great big thing without really very good attendance. So we're kind of sitting at that we've missed the mark in what people might want for a midweek service. We're willing to do, I mean, if 40 of you show up on Wednesday, we'll rethink it. But as of now, we'll have 2 more weeks of Wednesday nights, and then we're going to go dark until a new idea emerges about what we can do on a Wednesday night for this community that you would love. So I'm just letting you know that. If you're a practitioner, you can come forward, and if you would like a 1-minute miracle from one of our practitioners, please do so. Please feel free to come up, and they will give you an affirmative word to move you out into your day. So let us do our closing song. And taking that last big community breath, wherever the rest of this day takes you, go out and spread the all good of God. And so it is. God bless you.